This is my guide on how to make great presentations, as I like to call it, how not to make bad presentations. This is what a ton of presentations look like. A mishmash of haphazard slide design, disregards for overall slide etiquette, and a lack of well-stitched narrative. Basically, like a scrambled cube. So how do you make that snazzy PPT which wows your colleagues, your client, your date, and everyone around, making you feel like you were on top of the world? I'd say just use Canva. I'm kidding, please don't use Canva. The first step to this is to unlearn, scramble that cube, and attempt this from a beginner's perspective. Step 1 is the fact that there is no biryani without the meat, and you need to generate a content framework. Lay it out in your head first. Have a mental map of what you want to say. Put down the outline onto a document, maybe blank canvas or a blank space, and add your headers to a blank PPT. This helps you build a narrative. After all, you have to tell a story. Step 2 is to always make a structured skeleton. As they say, lines will guide you home. Here in case, guides on PPT are a great way to start off. They allow you to give structure to a particular slide. Herein, you can move on to font pairings, color schemes and shapes, which will add to your PPT. And overall, make use of the slide master preview in the view tab. After all, this is where all the magic happens. It's also important to be ruthless with text and edit everything that's not necessary and form linkages. Here's an example. Look at this block of text. Massy, uninspiring and boring. Here's a slight refining of the same. A little more structured and possibly easier to read. But it's just fine. Here's a little more concise version of the same. Has an order, has linkages and defines an area. And it's pretty much fine. But if I had to do this my way, this is how things would pan out. Making use of iconography to ensure that the workflow is retained in the head. Also having visuals ensures that stuff is interesting and goes beyond the boring aspect of just plain text on your slide. The next step here in case is to use quality images or none at all. Pretty much everyone I know uses Unsplash, so you can also look for quality pictures on Pixabay, Pexels, Stock Snaps and that to the stock photo. Having quality images always embellish your slides. Step 5 is to go crazy and actually make your slides fancy, considering now that you have a basic structure in mind. Here in case, here's an example of how a typical graph would look. Here's an example of how a jazzed up graph would look. Look at the use of the visual and the embellished font in case. Use Freepik like a crutch. It has some great and free resources that you can totally use. The next step is to make use of animations and transitions to simplify your slides and ensure that there is a flow that there is in place. Take this slide for example. It's structured, but it's still a lot of information to process at the same time. But if I were to use animations and transitions to make this easier, this is how it would be. Now, the process flow and information has a definitive structure. Everything is guided from left to right, as in case is the usual reading pattern for most people, and the visuals underlie what is being said throughout the text in a definitive manner at the bottom of the text, thus underlying the power of animations. Finally, review every slide like there's no tomorrow. Most important aspect of making decent, clean, good-looking slides is to remember the fact that you'll always miss out on some minor detail, but it's imperative for you to keep chasing and keep making your slides better with multiple reviews. After a lot of tries and multiple attempts, at the end of the day, someday you might end up liking a few slides that you've made. And that, my friends, is the way to move forward. Keep trying till you find your style, till you find your definitive way that you want to keep going at. At the end of this presentation, you've probably learned how to sort of solve a Rubik's Cube and how I make my presentations. But more importantly, you need to remember that there's no correct way, this is just my style. It's important for you to find your style and defend it like your life depends on it. Thank you.